What's up guys, it's me Ultra, and tonight I'm gonna be recapping Love in Paradise. First off, I wanted to say we hit the partner milestone. My thoughts helped us. Thank you so much. That really meant a lot to me, more than you know, especially since I've had kind of a taxing week this week, so that was like a light in the darkness. I can't thank you enough. I seriously really appreciate it. Thank you to everybody that came over. Your support really meant like so much to me. Starting off with the juiciest couple, Kyle and Annie.
She's like, oh my god, that's the longest penis I've ever seen in my life. Got on top of her and God, she got so loud. I was scared the neighbors were gonna like call the police.
They ended up having intimacy, right?
Kyle and me, we had sex yesterday. The sex was good. Kyle has a big penis, yes.
Kyle was being quite demeaning towards her. He was saying that she said, oh my god, it's huge, and she was screaming. The neighbors were about to call the cops. She has regrets and she decides that she doesn't want to get pregnant.
And showing respect and just accept what I want. This is not about you. If I got the morning after pill, I just can feel like relieved and peaceful again because.
And she asked him if he can go get emergency contraception. He didn't. He tells her, oh, I know your cycle. I keep track of your cycle.
Making babies is what I know, right? I knew you were ovulating. I know your body really well.
But how you can know my body? You not even know me.
I know your body very well because I track your cycle.
Oh my god, Kay, you're freaking me out, really.
She's like, what? She's like, you're really scaring me right now. Honestly, you guys, that gave me like R-word kind of vibes, you know? It really kind of creeped me out. And there's this other documentary. I don't want him to come for me, but he said this willingly on this other documentary that he had a 9-inch Peter. So that's something that he really talks about. And last week the friend was saying, yeah, he's a warm person, it's all gonna work out, it's gonna be great. Then he just completely doesn't respect her boundaries, and of course she's extremely upset. And some people have speculated that perhaps the child that she has is his child. I don't really know if that's true, but I think that the red flags are really going up and Annie's not paying attention to them. I don't see this really working out or going anywhere good. I think that this man is not used to having a relationship and he just thinks about the physical aspect of it. You never know. As strange as he is, I think he deserves love, although he did kind of look a little bit dark, like his eyes when it came to some of the scenes. Then moving on, so this was really like one of the parts that gave me the most life was Madelein was with Luke and they were meeting up with Luke's friend.
I don't trust Madelein, and I think now is the right time to tell Luke about things that I've heard from a close friend that Luke doesn't know about.
She's very upset about the prenup and saying, why are you getting involved in our relationship? You want to be in it.
I've always went to bat for you, but I lost my trust in you. Told me that he spent one night in your apartment in the same bed.
My apartment?
Yeah, and he said that you were topless while he was in the same bed with you.
And you slept in the same bed? Is it true?
These people, they say, my apartment, I have a party with them. Yes, this is true.
Were you naked?
I am not
Were you
naked.
And he's like, no, I don't want to be involved in your relationship. He goes, honestly, Madelein, like in the past, I vouched for you. I was on your side, but I'm not on your side anymore ever since you slept in bed with a man. You didn't have your top on. Of course, she like flips out and Luke pulls a controlling guy move because he's like, that's my house. I'm paying for that house.
It's my apartment. I pay the rent. And I don't want anybody, any other guy in my apartment, you understand? Let alone in the bed. That's not okay.
It was complete chaos. Even the girlfriend was like, yeah, I'm gonna go now. Oh, he's struggling financially a bit right now.
I ain't got no money.
He's being taken like for all that he has. It's like that saying from P.T. Barnum, there's a sucker born every minute, and he's one of them, definitely. She's like, no, we're parting. And I live near Mexico, so I've heard a lot of accents, but her accent, it's different to me. It's interesting, like how she's like, no, my nails, and it's not funny. Like the way she talks is just very unique to me. But she's like, no, I was partying with those people and he crawled into bed with me against my wishes. So she is, you know, trying to shift the blame on the other guy. It reflects back on her maturity. She's extremely young. I hate to say it, but at that age, a lot of people tend to do things like that. They don't really respect the relationship that much. But it also seemed like her friend was the other person in the scene, and her friend was like, yeah, I need to get out of this conversation. I don't want to be part of this conversation. But it was really piping hot tea in my opinion. And then we had another doozy, you guys. So we actually found out that Aaliyah and Shawn, I had to look up their names. I was like, wait, his name is Shawn, right? So Shawn and Aaliyah, they're the couple where Aaliyah actually transitioned. Shawn is having a difficult time with it. Aaliyah was speaking to her friend, and the friend was asking about the bedroom stuff and spicy stuff.
So actually, since he came, we didn't have text times yet. We first need to have conversations. Concerns about the open relationship.
Do you have an open relationship?
Yes.
Aaliyah was like, no, we haven't done any spicy stuff because I don't really feel comfortable with the topic of the open relationship. Her friend was like, what? She's like trying to be polite. She's like, you're in an open relationship? And she's like, yeah.
Asking Shawn about the dating app on his phone. He said to me that we are not monogamous because we are not having like a day-to-day life. So he just felt free to meet other people. Hurted me a lot because I love Shawn and I was putting a lot of effort.
She's like, yeah, Shawn just told me that we're gonna be in one. That's what we did.
Us to continue to have this kind of relationship when we finally get married and live together.
Well, I just needed to have an open relationship with you not being in the same country.
It turns out, you guys, based on some of the previews from next week, one of the people that Shawn has been seeing is a really close friend that's going to be in the picture, which makes matters very complicated. And Shawn was saying that he can't imagine letting this person go because they have been in each other's lives for so long.
Here, what was happening?
I was still having the open relationship because nothing had changed with that.
Aaliyah tries to have this conversation with Shawn.
I'm not saying I don't find you attractive, I don't love you. For me to feel sexually empowered, I need to feel more that I'm the man in the relationship.
Shawn looks like he's about to cry, honestly, at some points. Then he says, you don't make me feel like a man.
You're, my man, you're my everything. Then for me, that's sexy, and I can handle the persona,
You can handle that? Which persona?
You're a boss B word, but I'm not your boss B word, or something like that. I don't remember exactly what it was, but essentially he was saying that you can't be arrogant and treat me that way.
it doesn't feel comfortable to me or loving or sweet. You could be the boss bitch, but you can't be the boss bitch of me.
I'm really surprised that Shawn's feeling this way.
Douglas wasn't that way. Some old photos from the Douglas era. And at the time I could see like the femininity and the wearing of makeup. So I'm not quite sure what is so different in Shawn's opinion. I mean, I definitely feel for him because I haven't been in this situation, and I know in LGBT circles, some people are okay with open relationships and they have that app and it starts with a G word. Grinder. I'm sorry. They go on it and they meet and hook up. Don't have any experience with having your partner transition, but it does seem like it's mainly a difference in personality. Shawn said the word persona again, which offended Aaliyah. Aaliyah was like, what persona? This is, you know, who I am. That was definitely a doozy. I was not expecting that because I just thought Shawn was a really nice person. I mean, I'm not saying he's not, but clearly Aaliyah feels hurt and wronged in some ways, and I feel sorry for her because she seems to be really invested in this relationship. It hurts. I can't imagine what it must feel like to not be fully chosen. Speaking of not being fully chosen,
Tired of talking about this, and I wish Adriano would just take your time to stop talking about it. Let me lay on the beach in peace. That's it. That's all I want.
Well, let's talk about this topic after.
Okay.
You look so beautiful. You know that.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
There are a few beautiful girls over there.
we got to see Adriano and Alex. Last week, I didn't talk about this. They went to dinner with the mom, and the mom was really liking Alex at first. And the mom was saying, yeah, she's a beautiful girl. I think we have a lot in common, and I think that we would get along because she was contributing to making dinner. The mom just felt close and connected to her. And Alex started talking about religion and saying how much it hurts her. The mom was like, don't judge my son. My son is a good person. He has a good heart. Religion isn't everything. And I can completely understand the Italian mindset because my aunt lives in Italy. She actually fell in love with an Italian guy on the beach, and they've been together for 35 years. They both just spoke broken English. They didn't even speak each other's languages. They somehow managed to start this long-lasting like soulmate relationship, but I know that they're a lot more laid back. They're not judgmental. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. They're more open-minded because they're Latin European. For the mom, it was like she changed her mind about Alex, and she was like, I really hope that my son can find somebody that accepts him for who he is. But I guess he had suggested the cousin for a rendezvous. That was just so insulting. They met with the friend, and the friend was like, they started bringing up this topic of conversation again, and at this point she's saying, I just want to chill on the beach and I just want to relax and have fun without all this drama. So the friend goes, yeah, let's change the subject. What did you have to eat? Then the cousin walked up, and Adriano was like, ooh, look at you. And it was just like kind of sus.
Point is so much bigger than the threesomes. It's about respect. Either let it go, or if it's really that important to you, you know what you need to do.
Then it transitions to him saying, well, you know, I think you look beautiful tonight, right? She's like, oh, that's so sweet. You think I'm beautiful? And he's like, yeah. And I also think there's those beautiful ladies over there, and we can go up and ask them for a rendezvous. She got extremely offended, and she said, you have two options, and you know what those options are. Either get with the program and be all about me, or just move on. He feels it's his life and it's a big thing to let go. Honestly, I never thought I would say this, but I'm more on his side because he's being honest. She kind of gave him false hope in a sense and dangled the carrot that they were gonna have this lifestyle together, but it never ended up happening. It's kind of like false advertising, although she can change her mind at any point and she has that right. And of course a woman wants to feel loved and respected by their partner, but clearly they're not on the same page. So at some point she also has the option to move on as well, but she chooses not to. That was my thoughts on everything, and again, thank you so much to everybody that helped me reach partner into my thoughts. You guys are seriously the best. I just love you guys so much. I wasn't expecting this community to be so supportive, and it truly means a lot to me. Love you guys so much. Bye guys.